All right, it's your boy Tony here. At the beginning of the season, we did Tony's tiers, and those were excellent, if I don't say so myself. But right now, we're about the quarter-way point through the season, and thank you, Mike Fuentes. Okay, getting into the elevator. We're going to be doing something different here. Instead of Tony's tiers, where we rank quarterbacks and stuff, what we're going to be doing is doing the All-Milk Carton team. All guys that have gone completely ghost, guys that we need to find who are on our milk carton, who are not playing well this season. We're going to do that team. Plus, we're going to do the all-in-his-bag team, which is all the guys that are excellent this season and what they're doing. So, let's start with the All-Milk Carton team. And a guy who I thought was going to be pretty good this year, who I thought was going to take another step, Justin Fields. And by the way, we're in a different setting right now because all the studios are being used, and we're basically in the middle of the office right now. And a lot of things are happening. People are walking by. Thank you, gentlemen, for, okay, this is a segment. Thank you. We're going to be doing something different, so we're in a different spot, doing something different. And Justin Fields is our first guy quarterbacking our all-milk carton team. He's been basically nowhere to be found, which has been an upsetting piece because we thought that he was going to take that next step. The Bears are bad, and we never thought that they were going to be this bad, but looking across their offense, they got DJ Moore. Running back is a mess. They don't run Justin Fields. He's already been saying that coaching-wise, they're not helping him. They're talking too much in his helmet. I feel kind of the same way. I'm trying to do this segment. A lot of people are talking in my ears. Meetings happening. Frankie, the security guard's walking by. You knew I was doing a segment.
Hold on. I forgot something.
Thank you. Anyways, Justin Fields needs to pick it up. He's been on a milk carton all season. Starting running back for our all-milk carton team, the big dog, Derrick Henry. Have we seen the best of Derrick Henry? Is it over? Is it finally over? He's been nowhere. I think he's got like 120 yards this season. Not good. And I get it. Tannehill's bad. Their offensive line, not great. Like, they're missing a lot of pieces to be a good team. But you figure Derrick Henry was going to be the one focal point of the offense that was just going to be able to mow through every defender, get 100 and some odd yards a game, get 1,200 yards for the season, and figure it out. But right now, Tajay Spears is playing more than him. It's not looking good. Our backup running back, because you got to have two. Backup running back for the all-milk carton team, Josh Jacobs. Does anybody know where he is? Has he played yet? Do we know? Has he done anything of note? Do we know if he's doing anything? I have no idea. Josh Jacobs held out. I want a bigger deal. Running backs. We got to pay the running backs. This guy's Jeremy just in the way. Get out of the way, please. We got to pay the running backs. Josh Jacobs was like, oh yeah, for sure. I'm going to hold out, and I'm going to get my bag, and I'm going to be the leading rusher that I was last year. No, didn't happen. I think he's got like 90 yards this season. Another guy on a milk carton. Starting wide receiver, T. Higgins. Where have you been? I know you had one game, 8 for 89 and 2 touchdowns. Killed me in a fantasy play. Hated that. But you've been missing. I get Joe Burrow's been hurt. Thank you guys that run the building. Thank you. Thank you guys. Yeah. Liquid Death. Yeah. Love that. Anyways. T. Higgins, where you been, buddy? Still missing you. Wide receiver 2 on our team, Jerry Jeudy. Now, Jerry Jeudy's a tough one, right? You figure with Mr. Unlimited, with Sean Payton, with an offense that has another year with Russ to try and get things together, a ton of injuries, you figure he'd come in and be the alpha guy that we thought he was. He hasn't been in 3 years. He's been hurt all 3 years, and it seems like his career hasn't really gotten started, and it's not getting started this season. Of course, he was hurt earlier this year, but he's played 2 games, and he's got not that many yards. 80, 90 yards this season, 100 yards. But you're expecting Jerry Jeudy to be that guy, and he's completely not that guy. Our third wide receiver is Terry McLaurin, and I was pretty high on the commies coming out. I thought him and Jahan Dotson, who's another guy, OLI on the milk carton team. Thank you, Kristen. OLI on the milk carton team, Jahan Dotson, Terry McLaurin, another guy. Yeah, he's caught a touchdown, but if you run me on an out route, I can run it. I can score a touchdown. Like, it's not that exciting. So our 3 guys at wide receiver, Terry McLaurin, Jerry Jeudy, T. Higgins, milk carton, all of them. Where are you guys? Flex. Now, this one was tough because we couldn't add a 4th wide receiver and a couple of tight ends, but we had to bring this guy in here because Chris Godwin has not been playing well. And I get Baker is a one-read kind of guy. He's a guy that's always going to throw to his ex guy, it feels like. And Mike Evans has been locked in as his wide receiver 1. But Chris Godwin, who could be one of the best slot receivers in the league if given the proper quarterback and the proper offense, has really done nothing. And I'm sorry to say that everybody's done nothing here, but it's the all-milk carton team, so it's tough. Tight ends. I'm going to go 2 here. Kyle Pitts. I don't like putting Kyle Pitts in the All-Milk Carton team because Milk Carton means that you were once there and now you're missing. You've never been there. You've never been actually somebody that we've wanted to seek out. I get it. Desmond Ridder, not good. The experiment last year. Marcus Mariota, not good. Highest drafted tight end of all time. Athletic freak. Somebody who is a dynamic playmaker at Florida. And 1,000 yards his rookie year. I think he caught 0 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns, something like that. Like, it wasn't good. And now we're getting into this season. Arthur Smith wants to run the ball. Tyler Allgeier's getting snaps. Bijan Robinson. And all of a sudden, Kyle Pitts becomes persona non grata. And again, if you're on a milk carton, that means you're once wanted. Right now, he's never been wanted. We don't know where he is. So, milk carton team, tight end number 1. Tight end number 2. And our last milk carton player, Darren Waller. Big trade in the offseason, gets married. Again, congrats to him. Salute to him. Darren Waller and Danny Dimes and Brian Dable and the team that was supposed to be, again, doing a segment. Team that was supposed to be really good. And right now we're looking at Darren Waller and being like, why? Why are you not producing? Why are you not doing the things that you were doing in Las Vegas or in Oakland with, I wouldn't say a worse quarterback, but Derek Carr and Danny Dimes kind of in the similar, I think I had them both as quarterbacks. Maybe was the jury still out on Daniel Jones? I don't know. Taylor's here just standing talking on the phone in the middle of my segment. But those are our all-milk carton teams. Justin Fields, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, Terry McLaurin, Jerry Jeudy, T. Higgins, Chris Godwin, Kyle Pitts, Darren Waller, all team milk carton. Throw them on there. They need to be on America's Most Wanted, the all-milk carton team. Anybody that you see here, if you see them, and they've got a big game, and any of these guys right here, you see them, please call me, please text me, please, well, don't do either of those things. Go find me on social media at 10daytony. Let me know, hey, I found somebody on the all-milk carton team. They're okay, they're alive, like they had a decent game. All right, we're going to move to the team that has been in his bag this season. And there's a lot of guys that you figure were going to be on this list, but a couple guys that I snuck in there that we didn't expect, maybe we hadn't heard of before. If you're listening to Tony's NFL Road Trip, one of those guys was mentioned a couple of times. So we'll keep that in the bag for a little bit. But team in his bag, quarterback, I don't think there's anybody else that we could say outside of Tua. Tua's been playing so well this season. He's on pace for 5,800 yards. He's on pace for like 50-some-odd touchdowns. He's having a Peyton Manning 2015 Peyton Manning, where he was just MVP. Tua MVP? Question mark? I don't know. Starting running back on our all-in-his-bag team, Christian McCaffrey has been a stud. I think he's got 12 or 13 games straight that he has either 100 yards and a touchdown or just a touchdown. He's exactly what we thought he was going to be. And getting him out of Carolina, that hellhole, was perfect because now he's on a team that actually uses him. Kyle Shanahan is a master with any running back, but especially with one so dynamic as Christian McCaffrey. Our second running back is Bijan Robinson. And I know Kyle Pitts was on our all-milk carton team. But Bijan has stepped up. First game, incredible. Second game, he's on a roll. And he just seems to be the real deal out of Texas. I was excited for him, but I think my excitement level went to another level when they showed the 8K zoomed out version kind of slowed down of the aerial shot of him juking. I think that took me to another level. I was like, okay, I know he's good, but when you put him in 8K, when you put him at that level of aerial juking, now we're talking. All right, we got to run through here. Our wide receivers will do 3. Justin Jefferson averaging 157 yards a game. No need to say anything there. He's the best wide receiver in the league. Tyreek Hill's on pace for 2,500 yards and 20 touchdowns. That seems to be a good thing. Our third wide receiver, John Skipper. Great to see you, sir. Oh, thank you. You see that? Carl, Bimmel, Dan. I'm doing a fine job. Anyways, our third wide receiver, Keenan Allen. I think he's had 25 catches in 3 games, 15 and 18 catches the last 2. He's been on a tear. Mike Williams now with the torn ACL. It's going to be basically target vacuum straight to Keenan Allen. I love what he's doing this year. Finally, a guy who stays healthy at the latter part, even though he's 32. The latter part of his career, staying healthy and being a huge focal point for a really good offense. Justin Herbert has played very well this season, and he was like QB3 on our in his bag team. So yeah, Keenan Allen is our wide receiver 3, our flex. And again, if you were listening to Tony's NFL road trip at the beginning of the season, George Sedano told you, watch out for this guy. Sean McVay loves him. The Rams love him. Cooper Kupp's hamstring, we don't know about it. What we do know is Puka Nacua is a stud. And I told you on Tony's top 5 last week while I was in the pool, Puka Nacua was on pace for 213 catches and I messed that up too at Tony's top 5. It was like 2,300 yards. I don't know why I couldn't say it. But Puka Nacua is our flex. He's been incredible this season. I know a down game from his usual 15-catch game. I think he only had like 5 or 6 on Monday night against the Bengals. But another guy who's in his bag right now, Puka Nacua. And our 2 tight ends. I could put Kelsey here. I know he's only played 2 games. I know he's caught touchdown in back-to-back games. But the yards haven't been there. The catches haven't been there. And it's kind of a boring pick. It's like when Derrick Rose won the MVP over LeBron, it was like, all right, we get it. LeBron's the best player in the league. We don't really want to give him the MVP. I could put Travis Kelce always in his bag. Love Travis Kelce, but I kept him off the list because TJ Hawkinson's been playing really well this year. I know the Vikings are 0-3. I know that Justin Jefferson's averaging 157 yards a game and the highest yards in the league as a receiver. TJ Hawkinson has quietly been having a really nice year. Tight end 1 in terms of receiving yards. I think he's caught a touchdown, but he's having a decent season, and I really like what he's been doing because they got him out of Detroit, right, where offensively I think they could have actually done better with TJ Hawkinson, but as TJ Hawkinson is our number 1 in his bag, number 2 in his bag at the tight end position, I went a little bit off the beaten path. Sam Laporta from your Detroit Lions, our Detroit Lions, the fans of the North will agree with me. Sam Laporta is exactly what you want in a tight end. And I love what he's doing. Yards-wise, rookie tight ends have a tough time acclimating to the NFL. You don't usually, we saw it with Kyle Pitts. Yeah, he had 1,000 yards, but goose eggs, and he hasn't been good ever since. He needs to get on a different team. That's a whole other discussion. But what we're looking at is Sam Laporta with Jared Goff, who likes feeding tight ends, with a dynamic offense. We're looking at a legitimate tight end 1, and he's in his bag right now. So again, if we want to review, and I shouldn't have closed my phone, but as we're landing the plane here, if you want to go through your all in his bag team, Tua, Christian McCaffrey, Bijan Robinson, Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, Keenan Allen, your boy Puka Nacua, TJ Hawkinson, Sam Laporta, all those guys are in their bag, in his bag team right here. Did you really need to bring a fern by while I was finishing this?